Cool gray. Welcome to my bathroom. Today, I'm going to take my freshly washed cool grays and I'm going to put them up in a tuck and roll. Something I learned on YouTube. And here I am doing it on YouTube because I actually found that most people who don't know what a tuck and roll is and ask me how I get the curl in my hair don't spend any time on YouTube. So I thought if I'd make my own tutorial video, kinda, not really a tutorial, it's more of a sharing, then I could direct them to my video and they could watch me do it, because if there are people in my life, of course they're fascinated by that, right? I'm so goofy. I think it's the steam from the shower. Anyway, here's how it works. Here's my freshly washed hair. First thing I'm gonna do is take it out of the towel. And then I'm going to comb it out with a very wide tooth comb and just get all the tangles out of it. I am going to add a couple of products. Your mileage may vary. I have a lot of hair. Every hairdresser's chair I've ever sat in finds it necessary to remark, wow, you have a lot of hair. If you have very, very thin hair like my sister that doesn't like to take a curl, you may need some other kind of product. But because my hair, even though I've grown out my natural gray to about here, the rest of this is old color that I've been doing for years and years. So it's been heavily processed, and so I'm trying to take really good care of it. Anyway, the products I use are a keratin infusion. It's a mist, and then I use another keratin corrective serum that keeps the frizz down. I think that those things keep my hair from being too flyaway, which is going to be a little bit anyway. You can use whatever you use, but you probably want to put a little something in your hair to help hold the curl. So blow dry. I am going to go off camera for a minute because you really don't need to hear my blow dryer, and I'm going to blow dry my hair to, I would say, 90 to 95% dry. Just dry it. So there's only a little bit of dampness left in there. That's all you need. So first put the product in, then blow dry, and I'll be back. Okay, so hair 90% dry. You can see there's not much effort to style it, not much going on here. I'm just going to roughly part it in the middle at the back. And I'm going to try to do this using my iPhone as my mirror. So, you know, let's see how it goes. I have a cheap grocery store headband, just a stretchy piece of like jersey material. I find that those work best. You do want to make sure your hair is mostly dry, because once you do this and you take it out later, the one thing that you do not want is for your hair to still be wet when you pull this out, because you put all this effort into rolling it up and then you pull it out and go, oh, it's still wet, and then the curl's going to come out. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put it on top of my hair, but since I'm not including my bangs, I'm going to go ahead and let those sit on the outside. Let me just look in my actual mirror for 1 minute to make that happen. The rest of it's going to be on the outside. I'm going to reach under and pull all of this down. In order for the style to work, it doesn't have to be neat, but I'm actually going to wear my hair like this as a style today, which is an option. So I do want it to be at least suitable for public consumption. Okay, so once I've got this done, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start sectioning my hair, and I just stick my finger through the hair and pull about 1 inch. I want wide, fat curls. One thing you do want to do is be fairly consistent, and once you get a feel for how much hair is in your hand, you'll know if you have the right amount as you go around. So I usually give that a twist and pull it up, and then I reach my finger underneath the band and pull it down through like that. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Now when I pick my next section, it is going to have some of the hair that I already used. I'm going to give it a twist, bring it up, reach under, and pull it down. And I give it a nice snug pull. And the more you go, the more this is going to be locked in place. So I'm just going to keep going until I get to the part at the back, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. So you can watch me do it a few more times. It's really not a difficult thing. Now when I get to this last one, after I put it through once, I'm going to leave it here while I do the other side, and then I'll show you how I finish up this back section. Okay, I'll start on this side. Twist and bring it up. And bring it on through. That's way too much here. I don't know why, but it seems that I actually have more hair on this side of my head than on the other side. No idea what that is about, but it usually takes an extra section or two to get this side done. Do you have that? Let me know. Talk to me. Oh, I snuck in a talk to me. Hey, if you haven't tried my talk to me videos, I just like to talk when I'm in the car, and as it happens, most of the time I'm in my car alone. So rather than talk to myself, I've invited you guys along for the ride, and they're just quick little videos where I bring up a topic and invite you to tell me about your thoughts and experiences. So why don't you head over and check out that playlist. Guess this is as good a time as any to invite you to subscribe as well, because you know this video is so captivating. I'm sure you want to be sure you never miss another one. So now I've officially done a cooking video and a hair video. There will not be a makeup tutorial unless it's a parody. Guess I'm hitting all the tropes and cliches, but hey, there's a reason they're tropes and cliches, right? They get viewers and subscribers. So now these two pieces that are in the back, I'm taking them and I'm twisting them together a little, and then I'm just going to tuck them right into the back of this. You won't be able to really get it through, or if you can, you might be able to get one more roll and then just sort of keep tucking, tucking, tucking. So very clearly you can see why this is called a tuck and roll. See if I can show you the back. It can be a little messy in the back, and I can't see it myself right now, but I'll try to neaten it up a little bit, and later on, when the camera's off, there's not a lot of ventilation in my bathroom, so I always perspire when I do this. All right, now this is actually locked in, so what I can do at this point, because I really don't want to go out with this headband tucked underneath my bangs, is I can bring this out, and then, you know, if I like, I can get my blow dryer back out and fine-tune the style a little bit for when I go out. I guess my bangs could use a little bit of a trim, but anyway, this is a style. I will leave this in for 5 to 6 hours. I've seen a number of videos say to sleep on it overnight. I have done that and it's fine, but 5 to 6 hours seems to be plenty, especially if you dry your hair enough. So it's been 4 hours. It's not quite as long as I typically leave this in, but I have to be somewhere in an hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this out and let's see what it looks like. I hope it's dry enough. So I just lift this off and I kind of shake. A lot of it will come out as I'm shaking, but some will get stuck. So I'm going to carefully take it out. I don't want to pull too hard and pull out the curl. And in the back where I tuck those last pieces in, that's usually the most challenging area. Okay, so lots of curl. It actually is pretty dry. And then I just run my fingers through. If there's any moisture at all left in, I won't run a comb through it. But there's raw curl. And actually I am gonna run my widest tooth so you can see that it will still hold all this great curl and not pull out the way hot rollers would or a curling iron would. It'll just make it a little softer and a little more natural. Tons and tons of curl. How fun is that? Sometimes it'll take less, like it's a little, I don't know how much you can see, it's a little curlier on this side and a little less so on this side. It might have something to do with how much product is in there, or maybe my hair just has moods the same way I do. But there it is, finished product. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Please let me know in the comments if you try this and what your results were. Bye.